on the right, in the middle is me. Got 5 on the left, to the ground is 3. Those who have the eyes can clearly see that. What? It's the Moors for sure, and you can't touch the shores unless you down. Do a treaty with us, and we entreat that you trust and respect our boundaries and our legacies. Can't get the best of me with the strongest mental telepathy. Phone book be our fantasy, or recipes, wisdom and supreme mathematics protecting me. 5 on the left, 2 on the right. S on my chest, about to take flight. Signal under stress, something don't seem right. I'm trying to find a phone booth, but none in sight. I'm trying to get the whole truth, but it's a fight. True, I lead told you, but still despite renew to hold you. You'll be alright, you'll be alright, you'll be alright.
I get knowledge I got. My mind spray a lot for my alma rock. Lyrics cryptic, alma rock and mystic. Use rhymes at times, enlighten a dimwit. When alma rockers flow, you trying to swim with. Hang rappers by laces, they tied in Tim's with. This ain't that fruity rap we catch him in booby traps, puffing up a lung cause my fam got hung.
5 on the left, 2 on the right. S on my chest, about to take flight. Signal under stress, something don't seem right. I'm trying to find a phone booth, but none in sight. Trying to get the whole truth, but it's a fight. True, I lead told you, but still despite renew to hold you. You'll be alright, you'll be alright, you'll be alright.
We are the ancient, returned on mics and beats, on ancestral realms and streets. Words sound power, shower, watering minds with jade lines and amethyst rhymes. Tiger eyes glow, scimitar showing, crystal reflections for added protections. 5 on the left, 2 on the right, lyrical bread and fish fed through the mic.
I tip in scales of vibrational levels. Fuck with this, man, severing your tempo. Moving, living backwards, spamming in pebbles. People trying to survive, call us criminals. Why did my first die, surrounded by devils? Wanna try and infiltrate inside my mentals, but ministry of propaganda and these scandals. Be the fucking rascal, camouflage charcoal. Heavy rotisserie, heavy arsenal. 5 on the left, 2 on the right. S on my chest, about to take flight. Signal under stress, something don't seem right. I'm trying to find a phone booth, but none in sight. Trying to get the whole truth, but it's a fight. True, I lead told you, but still despite renew to hold you. You'll be alright, you'll be alright, you'll be alright.
Check it. Knew from the first day that I met her. Thursday in the worst way, wanted to get her. Open like a letter, I'm open, I'm just stressing. No pressure, but I wanna lay her out like a stretcher. Knew she couldn't handle 16, so I hit her with 8 first to give her a taste first. Cat and mouse game, yeah, she gave up the chase first. So I booked the room and I laid her down face first. She liked the kinky, so I spit on her. Wanted to keep it to myself, she wanted other dudes to get on her. I tried my best to put her head on her, but she fell in love with crack rap. All they do is shit on her. Thought I knew her well, so I wait a second. Knew her well before she ever even made a record. She's a thot now, so I gotta pay to check it. But I'm still thinking mommy like a crate of records.
Yes, Islam Moors. So you already know. You already know what's gonna go down. You already know. Only Moors know. Everybody else, they don't know what the hell's going on. Only Moors know. Islam to all the Moors. Welcome, if you're new, to Canaanland Moors class. So, we got all these notes right here. But then there was so much questions. Because apparently people are starting to realize that this is their birthrights. People are starting to forget what this guy says or whatever like that. Let me just go check this out and see, if I find some stuff. And then they'll find some stuff. They'll finding things that they didn't even expect to find. And then they come to that realization, just like Jose Pimenta Bay, when he was talking about his good uncle. That was a Moor, telling him all this stuff, whatever. And then it wasn't until he went to university, like, all that stuff they're talking about is real. Everybody's having that moment right now. And it's good. because it proves the point. It proves the point that you don't need to be inside the building called Moorish Science Temple of America to be a Moor. Because this is birthrights. And that's what it is. And birthrights is vast. Many things are in that jurisdiction. So it's birthrights. And, you know, for the record, I'm a divine minister. I went through the Arab chamber. I'm Grand Sheikh of Moorish Science Temple. So I'm not some nobody, right? We have a charter with the 2 seals on it. The Moorish Divine and National Movement seal and the Moorish Science Temple of America seal. Right, we have a charter. We know Juali. We know Friday's holy day and all that stuff. We wear fezzes. We have Arab meetings. We do same stuff like any other Moorish Science Temple did and has done ever since its founding as Old Canaanite Temple in 1913. So, oh yeah, and keep in mind that Noble Juali came to Toronto, right? And he was in conversations with Leona Bruton and Oscar Bruton, that you could research them, especially Oscar Bruton, because he goes back to Ohio, and you just go research Oscar Bruton. That's the guy Noble Juali was in contact with, and his wife, who was from here, who was Asiatic, and she had community centers and all that type of stuff out here, and they were trying to connect with Noble Juali for him to bring his program here in the 1920s. And 2016, here we are. So that means his prophecy of having something here manifested. Not because Cujo or whatever, because that's prophecy. He's a prophet. What all these years, all these groups up and down here, because I was in all the groups. I was there. I was at all the Asher Kwesi lectures, Jewel Pukram lectures. I was there. So I know. There's never been anything out here called Moors. Ever. Ever since I was born here, never ever heard about Moors until we decided to take something into consideration that majority of us are from here. So if we're from here, then we have a birthright here. We would have to go all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, go back home, because we're home right here. And nobody wants to let you know. Nobody wants to put it out there. Everybody wants to hold back info and pretend like everybody's not Moors. And that this is a birthright. And that Noble Juali came, the only individual, nobody else, only individual to come and tell you about your nationality and your birthrights. Not that you have a nation and you are a nation and nation this, nation that, nation this, nation that, and not tell you what nation you're part of. Just talking about nation. Okay, what nation you talking about? So Noble Juali brought the nation and he gave it to the people. If you want to play around. So forget everything. Forget everything. You do whatever you want to do, because this is birthright. And then, you know, law governs all events, starting with universal law. So throw one out there, cause and effect. You know, claim houses and stuff like that. All right, you know, do your thing. But for every cause, there's an effect. You want to study? You're going to get an effect. You choose, because this is birthright. And I'm a Grand Sheik of a Moorish Science Temple of America. First one ever in the jurisdiction where we are. And we teach that this is birthright. Just a sign pointing in a direction. You're either going to sit there and talk with the sign, or Oscar Bruton, Brewton. Oscar Bruton. Bruton. So, one thing though, we do have to make sure that we put on the record, right? Islam, to Brother Rami Salam El, who made him admit on the record, got him so mad, made him just admit it on the record. Yes, I'm an agent. And not just an agent, COINTELPRO agent. What? People want to listen to that. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Because it's your mind. Think the mind is some foolishness? Okay. Now, on that agent's channel, COINTELPRO agent, you always have people trying to be slick when it comes to Moors. And you can't be slick with Moors because we're Moorish scientists. Yeah, and we study civics. Yeah, and we're constitutional. And yeah, we tell people, no, you don't have to pay taxes. And we tell people, no, you don't have to do any jail time. I don't care what you did, because those people don't have jurisdiction over you. I don't care what you did. They don't have jurisdiction. They're European? Oh, well, sorry, they don't have jurisdiction. It's up to you to be honorable and say, okay, I'm going to turn myself into the Moorish Science Temple, or whatever more that you say that, well, you know what I mean? Somebody had to give you your stuff, right? Somebody had to bring this to you. And like we're telling Moors now, it's judgment time right now. Especially for Moors. You know, we always talk about your coattails getting burned, even the good Moors? It's coattail burning time right now. So you can play games and, you know, try to own the birthright and make it seem like people have to go through people to get their birthright. And then have outside people who have no idea what this is, because, you know, according to them, they're not Moors and they have nothing to do with Moors. But I was talking about Moors, right?